Mabuhay, this is Bob from Love Beyond the Sea. I'm going to wrap up this series of videos about having a functional but loveless relationship. Hurts just to say that. This comes from an article by Mark Travers, Forbes.com, and I'm just, for the most part, reading what he's saying and then interjecting some of my own thoughts. And I think today's topic about feeling alone, even when you're together, is applicable. I probably talked about this in another recent video, but it's covered here, and I want to go into that a little bit more because I think with the foreigner Filipina relationship with an age gap, generational gap, maybe not a whole lot in common, you can end up sooner than later feeling like this. Maybe some of you have or have known someone. Please leave a comment about that. Let me just get into reading this here. Please subscribe here on Love Beyond the Sea. I'm here to help people interested in a relationship with a woman overseas. I married a Filipina in 2015. So perhaps the most telling indicator of a functional yet loveless relationship is a pervasive sense of isolation that persists even when you are physically in the same space. That's not what you're looking for when you get married, for example. It's not uncommon to find yourself sharing meals, engaging in mutual activities, or managing a household alongside your partner, yet still feeling a profound emotional disconnect. This paradox can be particularly disheartening as it underscores the absence of true companionship. The authors of Addressing Loneliness, Coping, Prevention, and Clinical Interventions state that when a relationship fails to provide a safe haven or secure base, it can trigger a cascade of emotional loneliness. In the absence of emotional intimacy, partners may withdraw into themselves, leading to a feeling of solitude. This emotional withdrawal can manifest as an inability to share personal thoughts, dreams, or concerns, ultimately creating a significant emotional gap. If you frequently feel alone despite being with your partner, it may be time to evaluate the emotional health of your relationship. Consider whether it can be revitalized or if another path is more suitable. I'm just going to stop right there. I just think you have to learn to make things in common. I think there's often a lack of commonality when you get married, and I think you should learn to try different things. If she wants to try different things, then you do it, even though it might not be your thing. And hopefully, if you want to try different things, she's willing to do that. And I'm talking about like what you do recreationally and what you do on dates. Something new. It's kind of exciting. For example, my wife, I never really traveled before, but my wife is new here to America as of 2015. Excuse me, that's when we got married, 2016, when she got here. So she wanted to see parts of the country. So we've done quite a bit of traveling, it seems, incredibly. Driving through different parts in the Midwest. We've been to California. We've been multiple times to the Philippines, and even we went to Paris on our second wedding anniversary. And so she's seen quite a few states, driven through there, which is her preference. So she can see all the countryside and even get out and stop and take pictures. And I thought, I don't want to really do that. But I said, okay, let's do that. Now I'm thinking, when can we have time to go drive somewhere else? I like it now. She wanted to go to some plays, theater plays, not something I'd done before. Things like Cinderella, Beauty and the Beast. We've seen quite a few. Biblical plays down at Branson, Missouri are really cool. And I thought, okay, I'll do it for her. Now I'm thinking, when is the next time we can go see some of these? Because they're really good. I like sports. It's live entertainment. It's happening right there in front of you. And these plays are the same way. These people are reciting lines and singing songs for 2 hours. And it's all from memory. It's all choreographed well. The way they changed the stages and the costumes, and it's just incredible. The Branson shows are like 2 hours long with a 15-minute intermission. It's incredible. It really is 3 massive stages, and I'm watching this thinking, how in the world can this be live? They're doing such a great job. I really look forward to that. Now, if I had said, no, I don't really want to travel, it's 6.5 hours away, too long to drive, let's just stay here. For example, then she probably, well, we wouldn't have had these experiences, and we wouldn't have been drawn closer together, and we wouldn't have these things to look forward to in the future. And we also wouldn't know that if we go out of our comfort zone and try different things, we might find things we enjoy and enjoy together. So somebody has to give first. It might as well be you, the foreigner, and say, where do you want to go? What do you want to do? What would you like to try? Something new, something interesting. Maybe a place to eat or a place to go. I don't know, a place to visit, drive through, and see how she likes it. But I think you have to prevent yourself from being an older foreigner and saying, well, I don't want to do anything. I've done all I want to do. I'm older. I just want to stay put, stay here at home and be comfortable. I think that would be a mistake. A big mistake for her, and a big mistake for you, and a big mistake for both of you. So this can help break through some of this, well, we've gotten used to the daily grind of life, and now we're together and we don't really seem close. You have to do something to make yourselves more comfortable with each other. And that's the part that I'm going to end with here from this Mark Travers article. What can you do? Recognizing that you're in a functional but loveless relationship can be difficult, but it's an important first step. If these signs resonate with you, remember that it doesn't spell the end for your relationship. Many couples go through phases where love takes a backseat to the demands of daily life. To begin addressing the emotional disconnect, take proactive steps to rebuild intimacy, like initiate open and honest conversations about your feelings. Focus on expressing yourself without blame, without judgment. Use I statements to communicate your experiences and needs, fostering a non-confrontational atmosphere. In other words, don't say, you do this or you always do that. Focus on how you feel. I feel, neglected, or I feel alone or unimportant or something. And just be very careful how you say that. Also, set aside regular time for deeper discussions, which I think can be difficult with a Filipina. From what I've heard and experienced, they just might not be used to going into deep conversations, deep dives into things like I like to. So perhaps through a weekly check-in where both partners share their thoughts and emotions. What are you thinking, hon? What are you believing right now about your life? What are you experiencing in your life? And just go from there. Another one, I like this idea, seeking therapy, whether individually or as a couple. This can be invaluable. A professional can help you explore these feelings, navigate communication barriers, and develop strategies for more fulfilling relationships. So if you have to ask around for a quality therapist, counselor, I've had mentors for probably the last almost 40 years. So I know where I can go for good advice. If I need someone to sound off to hear me and help me know what to do and to not overreact, I know where to go. I know who to trust. And I think it's important. Don't think that you can solve all the problems. Don't think you know everything. You don't. Neither did I. But I've become so much wiser from the people I have talked to when I have needed their help. And I'm always trying to get my wife to think that that's a good idea. Sometimes I guess you have to humble yourself and ask other people for some advice about your life. Don't ask anybody. Try to find somebody that's not going to give you bad information. But I hope this helps you if you find yourself in a functional but not really loving relationship. It looks good to the outside, but you really want everybody to know that you're doing well. Think about some of these things. Don't be afraid to get help. And keep watching some of these videos on love beyond the sea.